Hey guys, it's Dave from Flash and Dance DJ Service. Was shooting some videos earlier and realized when I had shot them, I had talked about some functions on my Denon unit that I never went over. So I'm actually going to reshoot the whole set. I had shot 3 of them. Hopefully I can keep them, and I'm going to try and scrape them down to 2. I know where I went on and on, but anyway. I'm actually going to talk about a product review real quick. This is the one I'm going to do. It's the Denon HD2500. Very good unit. I used it on Saturday night. I've been using it for a while. I bought it in the November of last year, and it hasn't failed me yet. It is a MIDI user control piece. It also has a 40 gig internal hard drive. I don't know if you can see that too well, but it also controls the Denon BU2500 dual deck CD player. You also can use 4, count it, 4 different USB components. Hard drive, it could be a hard drive, it could be a flash drive, thumb drive, whatever you want to call them. Also, you could use an iPod. Anything you can connect by USB, you can plug in. Also, a keyboard could be plugged in if you have a hub. You can use it in PC control, which means if you're in PC mode, you dump all your songs onto the player. MIDI just means MIDI control of a laptop. So, now with that said, that gives you the basic rundown of what this controls. I'm going to just give you a quick overview on this half, which is duplicate on this half. Okay, the unit is split in half right here. There's a white line which runs all the way up. And now what you have is in this corner, you have your heart stop, and looping capabilities. Basically, you can stop files with, you can set 2 files up where you can go A1, A2. You can also do a loop, which is B. You have flip, which means you can, I believe you can flip-flop these two. I haven't really gotten into that. You have AB trim, which is to trim it down, trim the loop down. And you have exit reloop, which is simply exit out of the loop or re-enter into the loop. One thing I had talked about in one of my previous videos that I had shot was the next file. I never actually showed it what you can actually do with it. It's a pretty cool function. I love it myself. Quick jump allows you to search in your track, just like you normally fast forward would. Instead of it most of the time being here, you get your fast forward here and your reverse here, unless you have a VBR file. Most of my tracks were 128 or in the 200s. Some of 300s, but I try to keep them in VBR only because variable bit rate, which it stands for, sounds just as good as a 128 file to me. There's no quality difference. So you can't actually use this with a VBR file, unfortunately, but no big deal. I can use this. I can actually fast forward through my track. It also doubles as it says right above it, file search. If you look at this, you can actually see it searching through. You can actually use this. So if I was looking for an artist way down, like in the A's, like Alan Jackson, like this, I can actually go into artist, and then I can actually press this down, and let's just say, let's go to M real quick, and I went to Mia, but let's say we wanted, like, say, well, see, it jumped. Well, alright, we'll use Alan Jackson, prime example of it. I can use this, and I can go really quick and get to the ALs. As you can see, it went pretty quick through everything. And then, once you get near it, you can use this, and this is also your enter knob. You can press this, and now it gives you all your listing of songs. So, and then you can use this to search through, like I have over 33 different Alan Jackson songs. So, it doesn't give you every song. If you're into artist and you go just under Alan Jackson, it doesn't give you like the Alan Jackson and Jimmy Buffett or anything like that. It just gives you the basics. So, that's how the search parameter ends up working on that. You have your basic cue, play a pause, You have this little button right here, which is the jog mode button. You actually can either set it into scratch, which is the file search, or bend. Okay, either way, you can use it for whichever way you prefer. You also have a break, dump, reverse, echo, loop, flange, and filter. You also have an auto input BPM meter, and you have a playlist button, which once you press it, it'll allow you to go into favorites, top 40, playlist name, which I have a bunch set up in there to make my life a little bit easier. I'll explain what those are in a minute. You also have by categories, to break down of the playlist, a hot list if you have any, and you can also re-enter your file play. You also can create them too on the fly, which is kind of nice. You also have your pitch bend here as well. You also have your standard key control pitch range. You have that. You have a time function where you can change it from remaining to elapsed, whichever way you prefer. You have also a utility menu, which you have all kinds of nice little doodads in there. You can go in and you can do your file edit if you wanted to edit a file, playlist edit, database edit, initialization to format the hard drive, stuff like that. You also have presets you can change, which I haven't really gone into that myself. You can also, you can go in, you can actually, with this function, you can add memos. You can also read what the title ID3 tag is. You can also edit it. You can also activate a crossfade, so that way when you fade, I'll show you what that is. When you're in the playlist and you have it on continuous mode, it'll actually fade right over into the next track. Or if you have this function, the relay set, it'll crossfade back and forth between the two decks. Also, you have the continuous and single, which most of the time you can actually even put it into lock mode, which means it'll play one song and then it will stop. And then you, so with that said, that is pretty much all the basic functions of how the Denon works. So you got to see that. I will shoot another video. Hopefully I can keep it under 10 minutes, just like this one, to show you how to use a lot of the functions that are on here, so that way you guys get an idea of what this thing has the capabilities of doing. So with that said, I'm going to say practice and enjoy, and I'll see you on the next clip.